Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Yeah.
Great.
So, how are you doing?
I'm doing really great today. How
So,
about you?
I'm good. So, what do we talk about today? Any interesting topic you have in mind?
Oh, yeah, we can discuss. Okay, so this is very first session of ours, which
Okay.
we are having on Clapingo. And shall I tell you a little bit about me, like if you want?
Sure. I'd
Yeah,
love to
sure.
hear about you.
Yeah, sure. So, my name is Gayatri Sharma. I am from west part of UP. I have been an English language trainer for 3.5 years, and I have been helping individuals to regain their confidence and to help them
Excellent.
improve the language. Yeah. So,
Excellent. Excellent.
mm, yeah,
Yeah.
that's all about me.
Yeah. Let's talk about a topic of your choice to begin with. Then we
Mhm.
can talk about other things.
Okay, for sure, we can.
So, I
Yeah.
will also
So,
know your interest level.
oh yeah, sure. So I, I've done my master's in English. This is what it is. But when it comes to talk about my interests, being an English language trainer, I think that has been something which always, has intrigued me, and I love helping talking to people. This is one of the areas which I'm really interested in. Second, I think I have recently started my YouTube journey, so I want to do something good for the people, for the society, and on internet. So this is also one of the areas which I'm really interested these days, and I keep looking forward. And the third thing that I think I'm a marketing person, and I want to market myself in a very
Yeah,
good way. Yeah,
excellent. So,
yeah.
uh, what are the areas you would really want to, create awareness through your YouTube channels?
Oh yeah. I think English one of the areas which I would go for, and then there are a few more things which I have. Though my life span is like almost 24 years I have been on this earth. So whatever I have learned through my experiences and the journey which I have had as a person, as an individual, I also want to put it out on internet and just to help individuals if they can. So it could be like mental health, it could be physical health, it could be emotional health. As an individual, I have been working on all these areas these days. I am working how to be consistent with the things. I am working how to be emotionally, intelligent, and then work on that side, and physically I am working. So yeah, these are the areas which I would love to create awareness about: health, wealth, mindset.
Excellent. What about yoga and exercise? Do you believe in yoga and exercise?
Oh yes, like when I say I believe, yes, I do believe. But if you ask me that do I perform them seriously, no, I don't.
Okay.
Like, because my lifestyle has been quite sedentary these days, and I'm trying to bring myself back on the track. So yeah.
Excellent. Because you were talking about creating mental awareness and mental well being, I think yoga and exercise go a long way in improving one's well being. Apart from the path to spirituality, I think it's also very good for flexibility, it's good for mental alertness and things like that. Okay. Uh, as you have been a teacher and a trainer, would you prefer online or offline classes?
Yes. Okay. So like since I started my journey, like the time I started in 2022. I started offline, and which was fine, but like it's been over 3 years that I have been just at my home only, and I have been helping individuals, which is really good because it comforts me. It has all the flexibilities I can go for. And since the time I have started my own independent ways of dealing with the things and my own independent channel and everything, so I can decide when I want to work and which hour of mine do I want to dedicate. However, I feel that like this is something which is boxing me up, which is limiting my socialization, because everything is on social media and connecting people from different parts of the world and country, which is such an amazing thing. But at the same time, this is, like limiting my growth as a person. So I would love to do something offline in future if I get chances. Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Mhm.
Do you think social media is a boon or a bane? What are the pros and cons or advantages and disadvantages of social media? As a young
I
24-year-old, I would like
Mhm.
your perspective on it.
Okay, so for people, like, okay, so it depends like how an individual leverages social media, or lets the social media decide his or her lifestyle or something like that. For me, social media has been both. It has been a boon for me, where I have I have had so many people, good friends, and they are still there with me for over 5 years now. I remember starting my social media journey when I was in my 11th standard, and I used to use my father's phone, and then I just created my FB account, Facebook account, and then I used to connect to so many people there, and they are still there with me. Few individuals are still there. It's been over 5 years, so that has been good. Plus us, because of social media, I come from very rural background, and coming from that background, coming from very normal traditional schooling, I think social media has played such an amazing role for me to have that leverage of English, people, where I could communicate with individuals. I could, excel in my language. So that has been boon. Plus, it has made me waste my a lot of time. So I think it's both for me. Yeah.
Excellent. But in today's world, I feel it's very addictive. So, what kind of message can you give youngsters, teenagers about not getting addicted to it? How would you address that social issue?
Oh yes. Actually, I was watching one of the videos on YouTube, I think day before yesterday only, where a lady she beautifully explained that when you get addicted to something, that what could be the different psychological reason behind it, which means that maybe you are trying to escape something, and it could be a real life issue, or it could be anything, right? That you are not, you don't want to face that situation, and then just to escape it, you go on social media. Maybe you don't have good relationships around you, good friends around you, could be anything, right? So I feel that asking yourself these questions is really really important, that is there anything you are trying to avoid, and it doesn't matter how long you try to avoid that, you will still circle back to that after a few years. And I did it, I know that, because there are few situations in my life, and there were few situations in my life which I wanted to avoid, wanted to escape and dodge, and I went on social media. I wasted good number of years of mine there, and then I realized later on, no matter how hard I try to neglect these things, they will always be there until or unless I solve them, resolve them. So this is something which I would go for. And second, I mean, why are you getting unnecessary information? Some people, some of my friends, they like to, like, especially female friends, they like to talk about daily soaps, or maybe, what a Bollywood celebrity is doing, or what some YouTuber bloggers are doing. These information are totally useless and unnecessary to an individual. What your neighbor is doing and what someone on internet is doing, that is not going to bring any
Really
changes
help
in your
you.
life. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think asking these questions and figuring out something which you can do in real life. And I personally feel, this is my personal experience, especially amongst youngsters, if they are wasting a lot of time on social media, if they are addicted to this, I'm really sure that they are trying to dodge something from their real life.
So,
They are trying to avoid.
what are the three important tips you will give them?
I'm not the right person to give tips and tricks, but I would still, try.
No,
I would say,
why not? I feel you have gone through so much. You have a very active YouTube channel. You address so many issues. So why not about this? Because this is
hmm,
the need of the hour.
hmm, that is really true. Okay, so if I had to, or if I have to give three things, I'd go for that. Start looking. First of all, find out what's wrong in your life,
Yeah,
right?
the
Resolve
reason.
it. Reasons. Resolve that. Face it. and I can bet on this. Even if you spend 10 years on social media, after 10 years you'll realize that okay, still there are unresolved situations in my life I have to go for. So this is the first thing. Second, I have just, I would say within 15 days I have started my improvement journey where I myself want to work on my mental health, my physical health, my, I want to work on self care. Like, I want to work on my looks, right? I want to represent myself in a good way. So just work on yourself. Like, I have again, in this age we are facing a lot of health issues like back pain, neck pain, and whatnot. I mean, this is not the age to face these issues. We are in an era where we can work hard and we can utilize the energy. So use it in the right way. And third thing which I am trying to make or work on, which is make a schedule and give a system to your life. If you do not have a direction that where to work, you will not be able to work. So I am very
So
new to
very
this.
good. Excellent. So you have really pinpointed three important ways in which the youngsters can remodel their lives, and they should not be hooked onto social media forever. Excellent. But while talking on this issue of social media, I find a lot of senior citizens and older people also wrapped up in social media. What could be the reasons for them to do so? It's not the same as youngsters. So for them, what could be the reason and what kind of solutions could you offer?
I feel really sorry for the senior citizens at times. I have come across as an English language trainer. I have come across so many individuals and working women, and maybe women in their 50s and their 60s and 40s. They are alone.
Yeah,
Their
loneliness is a
children,
very big
loneliness.
factor.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
how do you
because
counter
they.
that? How can you counter that? Tell them to not look at social media and absorb in other things like community development, being active part of a community, take up gardening, take up other social activities. Could you pinpoint some important areas they could work on?
No, ma'am, I want to tell you something here. No matter how hard you try to engage the senior citizens, right? You say that please read the books or maybe go for the gardening or go for the socialization or build the communities. No matter how hard you try to do that, they they are the generation of human touch, right? They are not the generation of that okay, I am happy myself and I'm really happy alone and I would love to be isolated from the people. I love gardening, I love reading books, and I'm really happy in these things. No, they can
Yes.
do that, but for some
It's,
time only.
so it's only temporary, according to you.
Yeah, for me it is, especially for these individual senior citizens, right? They need human touch. They need especially the loved ones. Like, they, even if they talk to random people, that is also for very short term, but they want their children to be around, they want their grandchildren to be around, they want their partners to be around, then they can talk something, they can discuss something with them. So for me, I think their family members are accountable, and they must definitely consider making a little bit time for their senior citizens and the family members. So this is my thing. Yeah, yeah.
Viewpoint. Excellent. So you have clear demarcations about what the youngsters should do and what the senior citizens should do. And I'm sure through your YouTube channel, you can make an impression on the different sections or the different groups of people. And I'm sure over a period of time, people who hear these things constantly will be able to make a difference in their lives. I'm so happy that you're in one of those areas where you have a definite interest in ensuring that there is improvement in all these spheres. Excellent.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Social changes are taking place very rapidly. More and more youngsters are leaving their parents and going abroad. Hardly any youngsters are staying with their families. So how do you think the future spans out for such people?
I believe that these days people have very individualistic approach, and they love to be very limited. They love to, but then that's okay to be limited, that's okay to be isolated. but not from your family members and things, right? And I highly, okay, let me tell you something really amazing, which is not amazing, but let me tell you something. I come from a beautiful spiritual town, which is in west part of UP, which is known as Garmukteshwar, and here we have Ganga River. Okay, like Haridwar, which is a really famous place. So this is a replication of Haridwar, I can say. Now this place has more than 8 old age homes, more than 8, really big, and there are individuals. Now at times I got few opportunities to go there and to talk to those, highly experienced and amazing individuals. And when I discussed with them, it really broke my heart. They devoted their lives for their kids, and now these days their kids, they
Have
come,
abandoned them.
yeah, have abandoned them. They come on festivals like Holi, Diwali. They come with the cars like Audi, BMW, and such, huge expensive
Posh
cars.
cars.
Yeah, posh cars. They take their parents for a day or two and then they leave them back. So I highly, especially for the people who are in their 40s right now, I'm not talking about the people who are in their 60s. Whatever they had to do, they have done, and things cannot be changed now. But for the people who are in their 40s, I always recommend them, be a little bit practical. Do not devote and just donate everything to your kids mindlessly. Plan everything, plan your old age time, plan that after 50s how will you spend your life, how will you, like, everything. Just do not do that, okay, I'm buying the lands for my kids and doing, and I want my son to get settled in America and something like that. Plan your future first. How will
Yeah.
I spend my 50s,
Yes, I
60s?
think that's an excellent tip you have given, Gayatri. I'm sure the elders would have taken this tip. Some of them can maybe change whatever they have already done and not repeat the same mistakes. But I'm glad that have people, young people like you who think so much. And it was a lovely, engaging session with you, Gayatri. I hope we can meet again. Thank you so
Sure,
much.
thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.